Well, great to have you here. We're just waiting for YouTube to go on. All right, here we are. Welcome, everyone. Hey, are you still having chronic back pain and you cannot figure out why? Well, you're not alone. I want you to know that. And I'm going to share something with you here in a minute that's going to maybe change your mind and something that you might not be aware of. So excited to share this with you. Most of my doctors don't even know about this, and you're going to be one of the first to actually learn about it, and perhaps start to understand why your back's bothering you. And I'm going to give you my hacks on what you can do to get it better. So welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Dr. Sean McWilliams here, and just waiting for all of our stuff to come live so we can say hello. Hey, if you're here for the first time, welcome. It's great to have you here. And let us know in the comments, say hello, please. And I would love to answer your questions for you. And I am trying to make sure that everybody is live so you can see and I can answer all your questions for you. So hang in there with me for 1 second. I always switch and make sure. All right, we're live on Facebook here. And let's refresh that. You know, not all the platforms are perfect, so and I'm a one-man show right now. So, all right, we're live on both. So, hey, say hello, please. I'd love to answer your questions for you. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about a thing called fatty infiltration. Have you ever heard about that before? If you did, good for you. You're up on your spinal health. If you are not up on that, I want to share that with you today. So, say hello, please. I'd love to answer let me so turn this volume down. We're going to talk about a thing called fatty infiltration. Have you ever heard about that before? If you did, good for you. You're up on your spinal health. If you are not up on that, I want to share that with you today. So, sorry guys, hang in there. Trying to get my volume turned down. There we go. All right. And then now I can see your comments on both. So say hello if you would, please, if you're with me. Okay, now I can see everyone. Let's talk about fatty infiltration, and what exactly is it? Well, fatty infiltration is a predictor of chronic low back pain and neck pain. And what do I mean by fatty infiltration? I mean this. So let's go take a look at this picture right here. So what we're looking at is we are going to be looking at an MRI of the low back of a patient. And I want to help you understand this. So this is the disc right here. And this is your spinal cord right there. And this is the spinous process of the back of your bone. So what that means is that's the part that if you bend over and you see all those bumps going up the middle of someone's back, that's called the spinous process. And the other things that I want to show you right here is I want to show you two major muscle groups. So number one is called the multifidus, and the multifidus muscle sits right in along the spinous process. It sits about right there. The other muscle I want to show you is this is called the erector spinae. Now the same thing happens on the other side, just so you know, over here. What are those? Those are your muscles that give your spine stability from the inside. These are the muscles that sit right in against the spinal column, right in against the vertebra, so that you can have nice strong musculature in those areas. And it's super important that these are like grass-fed beef, okay? And if they're not like that, then what winds up happening is you can get fatty infiltrations. How do you know if you're getting fatty infiltration? Well, you're gonna look for it. So see all the color, see how dark this is and these muscles here? All right, that's what you want. Get a little bit of white right there, as you can see, a little bit of white right here, a little speck right there, a little speck right there. So that little bit of whiteness is fat. inside the muscle, but that's totally acceptable. And that's how we want. So that's like grass-fed beef. So I always tell everybody, hey, if you want a steak, the best tasting steak is not going to be a grass-fed beef. I think we all know that. You can go to the total opposite side and go to Wagyu that people love. It's a little fatty for me personally, but I'm normally a filet guy. I like a ribeye every now and then as well, if it's just kind of a little extra fat in there. But that being said, when it comes to your spinal column, I want you looking just like this picture that I just showed you. Nice, dark, lean meat around there. Let me show you the difference. Okay, so let's go back to this picture right here. And this, my friends, is fatty infiltration. Looks like Wagyu beef, doesn't it? So let's go and draw some stuff out. So this is the disc. This is the person's spinous process right there. This person's got some other issues to deal with as well, and it's probably why they're having so many spinal problems. And then here's the multifidus muscle right there. And what color haven't I used? Let's go with green. And then this is the erector spinae on the other side. All of this is actually fat between their skin and their spine. So you can see this person has a lot of fat inside their body. And the problem is that this fat, see if I can get a good color for us right here. I'll go with orange on this. All of this white that you're seeing, all this marbling, just like a really fatty ribeye or Wagyu beef, all of that, there's no muscle there. And so it can't stabilize your spinal column. And when it can't stabilize your spinal column, even if you did spinal decompression, even if you did surgery, unless they fuse your spine together, which please do not get done, we know that if we can't get these muscles to get that fat out of them and start to replace themselves with healthy, lean muscle, you're always going to have chronic back pain for most people. So I want to teach you what to do about that. Okay? So anybody have any questions about that to begin with for me? If you've never heard it, or this is something new and kind of opening up your eyes, I hope that it is, because most people never look at this. Most doctors don't. Let me know in the chat, please, if you would. And also, if it's your first time, welcome. Great to have you here. And if you've been with us for a long time, welcome back. So what do you do about fatty infiltration? Well, obviously diet plays a role in that, of course. Making sure you're starting to eat a cleaner diet. I think probably some of the best diets for most people are going to be vegetarian-based diets with some animal protein, unless you just have a major thing against animal protein. That's how I eat. I feel the best when I eat that way. I make a lot of fresh green bean salads with red onions in them, and then I'll usually do where we'll grill some chicken breasts, maybe sometimes put them on the smoker with just a hint of smoke, and or fish. Every now and then I love a steak as well. So I find, my body runs great on that level octane fuel. If I start eating a lot more carbohydrates than that, I don't always feel that good as well. So, as you go through your life, you kind of start to figure out what's the fuel that your body needs the most, and how's it run on it. And then you just got to have the discipline to start to do that. So keep that in mind. We want to stay away from stuff that's going to be adding fat, and that's going to be part of your diet and also part of your exercise program. So I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do right now that make it really easy to start to get that fat out of there. And so let's go to that slide. All right, so here's my 3 things on how to fix fatty infiltration for you. Number 1, you want to do wobble exercises, and let me explain that to you here in a second. So you don't need any fancy piece of equipment. You can just do them in whatever chair you have at home. But if you want to take it to the next level, you can go on Amazon. They have these inflatable discs. They inflate about to that high. They're kind of probably about that roundish right here. You inflate it with some air, and then you're going to sit on it. Or if you don't have one, you can start these exercises today. I like making sure that you can do stuff without having to buy anything. Just find a good steady chair, and what you're going to do on that chair is you're going to sit, find your center of balance on it, and and if you're in really bad shape, you can hold on to the armrest. And what you're going to do is you're going to start to tilt your pelvis to the left a little bit, and then to the right, and then a little forward, and then a little backward. And the key to this is contracting all the way around your spinal column. So imagine having like a lumbar belt that's maybe about this wide, your belly button sitting right in the middle, and that belt goes all the way around your back. So I want you to contract all of those muscles. So you're gonna be squeezing that belly button in toward your spine. You're gonna contract all those muscles, make sure you breathe. And then while they're contracted, you're gonna roll the spine forward a little bit, the pelvis, roll it back a little bit, go to the side a little bit, and go to the side. And you wanna feel those muscles in that, around that belt area contracting. And that's gonna start to engage those muscles. I only want you to do it for a minute your first day, and do that for about a week, okay? And then see how you feel. And if you feel like that you're handling that pretty well, then you can start to do a little bit more. You can go like maybe a minute and a half, and then you can start to add where you're gonna do like a roll to one side and to the other. And that's gonna help you a lot. And some of my favorite exercises are really good to do, and they're really easy to do, and you don't need to go to a gym or anything else like that. So that's number one. Number two, what I would say is the McKenzie Big Three. I won't go over McKenzie Big Three with you today, except they're well-known exercises from a lot of physical therapists, doctors, obviously Dr. McKenzie, who did a ton of work on helping people's bodies heal and rehabbing their spines. So you can go and look on YouTube, just look up the McKenzie 3. You'll find plenty of videos on those. They're all pretty much about the same. So go take a look at those. Those are very helpful. I've seen a lot of my patients start to incorporate those as they've gone through disc care programs with us to rehydrate their discs. And then if you want more and you're looking for a program to start to heal your spine and start to feel better and improve the functionality, reduce bulging discs and herniated discs with a 70 to 92% success rate, you can go and you can look at Disc University. That's the course that we've created to help you and people like you all around the world, and we're helping people all around the world right now with it, to manage and heal their bulging discs, herniated discs, spinal stenosis, and facet arthropathy from the comfort of their home without the need for surgery. And if that sounds very interesting to you, I'd like to give you an opportunity to set up a call with me, and you can go to booking.drshawnmcwilliams.com, and you can get on my calendar. You can fill a little form out. Let me know everything you've been dealing with, what you've been suffering with, what you can't do anymore. Have you had images of your spine? And let me know all that information. And then you and I, you'll pick a date and a time that's available on my calendar. And we will sit down face to face on Zoom for 15 to 20 minutes. Tell me what's going on, what you've been suffering with, what you can't do anymore, what you think your future is going to look like if you don't do something about this. And let's see if we can help you manage and understand your condition to begin with, so you feel confident about it, and then bring some light and sunshine and hope back into your life. And if I think that you can do this non-surgically, I would love to show you the course that we've worked on for the last 2 years called Disc University. It's for people just like you who might live anywhere in the world, that we can help you make your back so much healthier and feel so much better from the comfort of your home, without surgery, without injections, without addictive medications and drugs. So you can go on and set up with this. I normally charge $197 for this. Right now, I'm choosing it to do it free for you and for people that you love, until I get so booked that I can't do it anymore. I just love sharing this information with people, because a lot of people don't know about it. So I hope that you will take advantage of this. Booking.drshawnmcwilliams.com. And if you want to know a little bit more about Disc University and everything else, you can just go to drshawnmcwilliams.com. All right. So all that being said, does anybody have any questions for me today? If you do, I would love to answer them for you while we're still on here. If not, that's fine too. You know how to get a hold of me. It's been a pleasure. I hope you learned more. And please, if you feel like this is adding value to your life or someone else's life, please subscribe to our channel. You know, it always excites me to watch our channel grow. It means we're having more impact in the world and making this place and our world a better and happier and healthier place to live, which is so much a part of my vision and dream for the world, and helping people avoid unnecessary surgeries as well. So make sure you do that, and make sure you hit the notification bell, because that way every time, and we do this every single week, every time that we put something out, and I put a lot of stuff out for you, you'll be the first to know about it. So I hope that you'll share this and subscribe as well. I hope that we've earned your trust enough that you'll want to feel like you have a channel that has integrity behind it, and that is putting out great information to help you stay healthy and help the people that you love become the moms and dads that they know that they're capable of being, to play with their children again, maybe go on that vacation that you guys dreamed about that you just thought maybe we just can't do that anymore because someone that you love or you're back, you're afraid that it's not going to hold up, and that's not an empowering place. So let's get you feeling powerful and confident again, okay? And I'm here to help you, and you can go to booking.drshawn.williams to do that. All right, love and appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here as always. See you next week. Remember our lives, Instagram 12:30 every Wednesday, and also Facebook and YouTube at 1 o'clock. And if you got questions, please DM me and let me know, because I would love to talk about a subject that is important to your heart and something that you would like to have answers on and aren't getting straight answers. And if it comes to having to do with the spine, MRIs, X-rays, therapies, unique things on your MRI, whatever the case might be. I've been doing this for over 30 years full time. I teach doctors all around the world how to improve their practices, how to give better patient care. There's not too much that I don't have great answers for you. And if I don't have the answer, I'll find it. I got a lot of good friends that are in the world, and surgeons and non-surgeons. So I want to be a great resource for you. So all that being said, have an absolutely incredible day. Happy Wednesday to you. And, make sure you love yourself today, okay? Because if you're waiting for someone else to love you in your life, as beautiful as that feels, it doesn't always happen. We forget to do that sometimes to the people that mean the most to us, and we get distracted by life and the things that we feel like we need to get done. So I hope that you'll take a minute to pause and think, whatever, God, Jesus, whoever, Allah, whoever's in your life that you feel like you have a spiritual connection with. Thank them for your life. Thank them for that you're alive today. And you can bring hope and healing to not only yourself, but to other people around the world. And it can be as simple as just paying for the person behind you when you go through Dunkin' Donuts, and buying their coffee and just driving away and never even having to be thanked about it, because it's a sign of your abundance. And I think it's a super important thing to do. I teach my boys about that all the time. I show them examples of that all the time. And as you get to earn more money in your life, and I believe that you attract more money when you do things like that, because remember, it is a flow. We're supposed to love people and use money, and not use people and love money. So reading a great book right now on that. So remember that. I think that's really important. Susie Orman always says too, people first. Okay, so those are some principles to live by. So give to someone today who can't give back to you, and it could be something as simple as a cup of coffee, or bring a dozen donuts to someone's office that you go, they just made a really amazing difference. I had a great experience in their office. Those people were so nice, and go surprise them with something cool today. And the beautiful part is because everybody feels better. You feel better by doing something, by giving. They feel loved because you loved on them and you gave them something, and and as you get into the habit of doing that, you're gonna have more joy in your life, more happiness in your life. Your heart's gonna feel much fuller. I promise you that. And so go try it. I think you're gonna love it. Okay, enough. Hope you guys have an amazing day. I love and appreciate you. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next Wednesday.